It's not something you achieve once and then you're done. Success is in the journey. It's in the challenges you face, the lessons you learn, and the growth you experience along the way. Too many people are focused on the end goal, on reaching some milestone of success. But in doing so, they miss out on the most important part, the journey itself. At Alibaba, we've faced countless challenges, but each of those challenges has made us stronger, more resilient, and more innovative. The failures, the setbacks, the obstacles, they are all part of the journey. And that's where the real success lies. It's in the growth, the learning, and the perseverance. So as you pursue your own dreams, don't just focus on the end result. Appreciate the journey. Every step you take, every challenge you face is bringing you closer to your goal. Success isn't about reaching the destination. It's about who you become along the way. Once you start thinking independently and acting now, there's another critical element you need: optimism. Many people ask me how I kept going when everyone doubted me. The answer is simple: because I believed tomorrow would be better. When you're poor, if you have a dream, you never feel poor. This idea kept me moving forward, even when the road seemed impossible. As an entrepreneur, if you don't believe in a better future, who will? Optimism is the fuel that drives us through challenges, keeps us focused, and helps us push forward when the world says otherwise. I've seen the world change drastically in my lifetime, and I believe the next 10 years will bring even more opportunities. But you have to be ready for them. That's why I always tell young entrepreneurs, face today's difficulties with a positive mindset. The challenges you overcome today will shape your success tomorrow. If you approach every problem with the belief that you can solve it, eventually you will. The key is to remain positive even when things don't seem to go your way. One of the things that kept me going during the early days of Alibaba was this unshakable optimism. When the odds were against us, I knew deep down that something great was on the horizon. People often think success is about having everything figured out, but that's not true. It's about staying optimistic when things go wrong. It's about believing that tomorrow will be better and then working to make it so. I always say, today is difficult. Tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be beautiful. In business and in life, setbacks are inevitable, but how you respond to them defines your future. I've seen countless entrepreneurs give up right before they were about to achieve something incredible. They lost hope just when they needed it the most. That's why I encourage you, stay positive, no matter what. Optimism is not just about thinking things will magically work out. It's about having the confidence to tackle problems head on because you know better days are ahead. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed, remember this. Success doesn't come to those who wait for perfect conditions. It comes to those who believe in their dreams and work relentlessly with optimism to make them happen. Keep your eyes on the horizon and keep moving forward, no matter what today brings. You're still figuring things out, and that's the trick. When I built Alibaba, people didn't believe in me. Even my family thought I was crazy. They said, "Jack, you're an English teacher. What do you know about the internet?" I said, "I don't know, but I believe." I worked, I failed, I worked, I failed again. And when we finally made it, I didn't go around saying, "Look, I'm the richest man in China." No, I just went to sleep because I was tired. Real winning is quiet, it's humble, it's peaceful, it's not Instagrammable, it's not filtered, it's not loud, it's just done. When you approach life as a constant learner, you develop the ability to pivot when things don't go as planned. Change is the only constant in life. And in the business world, this is no different. Things are always changing. The market changes, technology changes, customers change. And if you don't change with them, you'll be left behind. Resilience is the skill that allows us not only to survive these changes,
but to thrive in them. It's about adapting, getting up after a fall, and continuing forward even when the going gets tough. On my journey with Alibaba, we faced countless changes and challenges. There were times when everything seemed to be falling apart. I remember when we first started, and the concept of e-commerce was something totally new. Many people said we were crazy, that it would never work in China. But we persisted. We knew that if we were resilient and kept adapting our approach, we would eventually find a way to make it work. And it did. Resilience isn't just about willpower. It's also about perspective. It's about how you see the challenges you face. If you see them as insurmountable obstacles, you'll be defeated before you even start. But if you see them as opportunities to learn and grow, they become part of your success process. Change can be scary, but it can also be the catalyst for innovation and growth. And resilience isn't a skill you're born with. It's something you develop over time. Each challenge you face and overcome makes you a little stronger, a little more prepared for the next one. It's like a muscle that you strengthen each time you use it. So the next time you encounter an obstacle in your path, see it as an opportunity to build your resilience. And remember, it's not about never falling, but about always getting up. The business world is unpredictable. You never know what might happen tomorrow. There could be an economic crisis, a new competitor, or a change in customer preferences. But if you have resilience, you have the ability to adapt and thrive, no matter what. And this is one of the keys to choosing your future. It's not just about having a plan. It's about being prepared to change the plan when necessary. Resilience is the difference between those who give up in the face of adversity and those who use it as a springboard to something greater. It's about taking the long view and understanding that even if things are difficult now, that's part of the process. And above all, it's about keeping faith in yourself and your vision, even when no one else does.
These learning stories didn't just fuel Alibaba's growth. They laid the foundation of a culture of innovation and resilience. If success stories inspire, learning stories build the character and resilience needed to continue, no matter what obstacles lie ahead. When I started Alibaba, few believed in what I saw for the future. Most people, even in my own country, thought the idea of e-commerce was unrealistic. The internet was seen as a passing fad, something destined to fail. But I saw potential where others only saw doubt. While many were satisfied with sticking to what was already known, I believed something new had to be created. Early on, I learned that the real difference between success and failure lies in persistence. At every step, new challenges emerged, and often there were more obstacles than solutions. But persistence was never a choice for us. It was a necessity. It became the force that separated those who gave up from those who went further. Every hurdle on Alibaba's journey was a reminder that success isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about finding ways to push past them. The rejections were countless. In the beginning, investors laughed at our idea. Big companies ignored our model, and they said we didn't have what it took to compete. Many tried to convince me to quit, but something kept me going. Purpose. I knew the journey would be tough and that persistence would be our guide. Over time, resilience became a powerful differentiator, transforming obstacles into steps forward. Looking back, I see Alibaba as proof of what persistence can accomplish. It wasn't just about being relentless. It was about trusting that if we stayed strong, every effort would pay off. That conviction was our foundation, not just a hope, but a firm decision to build something meaningful, no matter what. Persistence isn't about simply moving forward. It's about realizing that each effort is a crucial piece of a much larger vision. In time, persistence became our greatest asset. It kept us resilient and adaptable while many others gave up at the first sign of failure. This is the essence of Alibaba,
and of any entrepreneurial journey, finding the strength to continue even when the odds seem impossible. Persistence was the difference between attempting and achieving, between a dream and reality.